Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to City Skylines Snowfall. Today, I have a couple of things I want to get done, but the first thing is the little town/village that we built in the last episode has been renamed to Stardew Valley, which is a game on Steam that a lot of people have been playing like crazy and that I'm probably going to pick up eventually. And this isn't actually named this because I saw the game. It was actually Luke Russo, I believe, that suggested this as the name for this town. I thought it was great because Stardew Valley has a lot of farming in it, and this is a farming town. So we have Stardew Valley, Stardew Hills, and Stardew Farms. And I thought that was a great little name. So props to Luke Russo for that suggestion. I thought it was a really, really good one and quite enjoyed it. Something else I'd like to get done today, though, is I actually want to put in a lot more pedestrian paths. And I know what you're thinking, oh god, why? But I recently saw a thing on the City Skylines subreddit, and I don't remember if it was a recent post or if I was looking through old posts, but it was basically that, in theory, it is possible to make a city that has, like, no traffic. And the way you can do it is with pedestrian paths, because, at least at the time of the post that was being referenced, because, okay, the story is, I was looking at the city subreddit, someone was asking, is it possible to do this? And someone linked to an older thread that was like, yeah, it kind of is. Basically, if you use a bunch of pedestrian paths and give pedestrians different options and better options, they're going to be inclined to take the paths over driving, and this post that actually achieved this was quite old, so I don't know if the AI will still sort of favor a pathway over driving, but I'm actually really curious to find out. Because we do have some traffic problems in this city, we can't really deny that. There are quite a few of them. Well, I say problems, I mean, this place over here is busy as hell, but I think it looks realistic. Like, when this starts backing up, like, that looks realistic to me for a really busy city. And it is a busy city. There's 69,000 people living here. And this is right by a main entrance to the city. So, of course, it's going to be quite busy. But I would like to see if I can perhaps encourage people to use pedestrian paths and to use different things. And I think a pedestrian path there is actually a brilliant idea, if I do say so myself. I just feel like I could use public transport and pedestrian paths in a much better way to create a system where people are walking and taking trains and doing all of that stuff. So that is definitely something to toy around with. And I realize I haven't actually put a passenger train station out in Stardew Valley, so we are going to do that. Let's pop out this way and see what we can do. Now, the thing is, this is going to need to be a separate train line from this one, because this train line actually connects to the region. So that is something to be aware of. And I think, honestly, the train station for Stardew Valley could go somewhere like there. Because that's, you know, right on the edge of town. I don't really want to put it in the middle of the town. I think that'd be a little bit silly. So right on the edge could be nice. I could use this small suburban train station and kind of put it right there in the middle, which I think would look lovely. It's just that it is a through train station, you know? But I guess in saying that, I think that kind of makes sense. This kind of little train station here. I think that kind of looks nice just at the end there. It does get rid of zoning, though, is my problem with it. So what I may do, what might be an idea here, is to do something like this. So if I do that and get rid of that train station, can I then put... That won't really go in the middle anymore. Let me try this again with a regular road, because I have this idea. I think it could work. Just got to make it work properly. So we'll do that. Then can I put the train station in the middle? I can. I don't know if I'm going to have the room either side of it for this to actually work, but we'll certainly see. Now what I want to do is connect this to there and this to there. Those are some junctions pretty close to each other, but that should be okay. And what I'll do is have a little one-way road going along here like that. So it goes in that way. And I will then go ahead and get the little pedestrian path and sort of just run it along there. So the zoning is actually going to be fairly normal on that main road, which I think is kind of important. So let me just try and get this in there nice and easy like that. This is going to look a little bit ugly. You know what might be a better idea? Not zoning in here at all and doing some nice trees and parks and stuff like that. Let's see. Let's do that. Yeah, I think some parks in there may look a hell of a lot better. So let's just do that kind of thing. That'll look interesting, I suppose. I really don't know how I'm going to do this, though. Like, what way am I going to get trains to work here? I feel like a level crossing could be an idea. Just because it kind of makes sense for a little town like this, in a way. And this isn't going to let me turn it, is it? It's gonna faff about and be a bit of a pain. Let's see. Can I? Oh, come on! Stop snapping, though. It can go to there. I realize, like, I can do that, but that seems a little bit close to the roundabout. Oh boy, I really don't know what way to make this work. Can I go up at all? No, it's really not gonna let me. I mean, I can do that, but that's horribly unrealistic. Maybe we'll have to figure something else out for this. I really like this idea, though. That's the problem. I really like this idea. What other train stations have I got? They're all a bit big, aren't they? Oh, what's this one? That's a city station. Oh, that's way too big. That also has a a subway underneath it. Let's maybe just move this along a little bit. Though that's maybe not that far because it looks hideous. Can I? Okay, you know what? Bulldoze it. It's being a bit silly. Let's get the small... That's the city station. Let's get the small suburban one. We'll put it like there. This is, again, a little bit ugly, but it's fine. This should let me do what I need to do, though. So let's go in with the curve tool. And let's... Maybe I should just go under. Maybe a tunnel would make more sense. Although I really don't know. I really don't know if I like it as a tunnel. I mean, I can immediately bridge up, so I guess that's going to have to be my choice here. I'm going to have to bridge over it. And then I could do... Oh, you know what I like the idea of, actually? I like the idea of bringing the train down to about there. So bring it down like that, and then sort of take it through the town. I think that could look really great. It is going to mess with the pedestrian path I have there, but I like this idea of actually taking it through this space between the two roads. It does mean it's going to have to... Oh, it could actually go out there, couldn't it? If I take the train to that spot, I can sort of just squeeze it up between these roads and take it out of town. And it's going to be horrible to live next to that, don't get me wrong. Like, it'll be incredibly loud and just unpleasant. But, I like this idea. I think this will work. Let's go. So what distance is that? That's, about 12. We'll have that go just straight across like that. And have that go 1, 2, 3, and about 12. So that, yeah, I really like that, actually. It goes through the town quite nicely and is pretty much going to be ready to do its thing. So let's just give this a nice... That's a little bit much. Let's maybe curve it over this way a little bit. Let's use the freeform tool as well, just so it sort of curves over nicely. So we'll curve it over so it sort of meets this section of track over here, and we should be good. There is actually a mod I've been eyeing up a little bit that would make this a bit easier, which is a mod that sort of allows you to connect your train lines, your train stations to regional lines, and it basically allows you to say that this station is not to be used for regional trains. I might grab that because it might look better to only have the one train line here, but we'll see. We will absolutely see how that goes. Let's just get this connected to the city, and we'll go from there. Okay, the connection has been made. This train line comes down this way. That's a bit of a weird curve, but it'll be fine. Comes down this way, over the other line, and sort of follows it along the whole way. Sort of curves out and over again, and then down through Stardew Valley and to the train station, which I think looks absolutely lovely. It's not central, but unfortunately that's not an option, so we're going to go with what we can get. Let's make sure this is on the left side. We'll bring it the whole way along like so. So it comes along and it goes into there, and it's going to go... It could go to that platform there. I could do that and sort of use up all the platforms, but I think I'll put it on the middle one just so I'm not completely overcrowding the place currently. So we'll have it go straight into there, then the whole way back to Stardew Valley. So there we go. And we're going to select the type. It's going to use the regional train, and we shall speed things up and see how many trains it's going to try and chuck on there. Way too many. Let's get rid of a few of those. Remove those vehicles. We're going to have 5. I think 3 trains would honestly be a better idea. We'll see how many people end up using this line. There goes the train immediately. That looks... Oh, that looks so good. I love how that little train looks going through there, just with the level crossing and all. I don't do enough level crossings. It really does look great. So there it goes, on its way. Have I got the first person thing installed? I really don't think... Oh, no, I don't. That's a shame. I can follow it. Like, I can do this. Which I guess works. You know, this is just as useful. Let's modify the line. This is the Stardew Valley to Central line. There we go. So that will... that'll do its thing, which is lovely. So it comes in this way, slows down a little bit for that bend, but then comes along and into the station. I love how that station looks. I really do. I love how all this looks. It just looks busy, and I really like that. I like having all my trains kind of go on the one line. It's something I did before. I think I did it with my previous city. I don't remember. I think it was my previous one, though, that I sort of had all the trains on similar lines, and it just looked kind of good. So there are actually quite a few people looking to use the train immediately, so that's really good news. What we'll do is we'll start looking into making a little park here then, because I want something that looks kind of nice. So we'll keep the sort of regular borders on this, I think. But I would like to sort of bring that to the edge a little bit, bring it back, and sort of go to there. So that kind of works. Then we'll sort of come off of here as well and bring it to there and there. Maybe we'll not do that bit. We'll bring that a little bit closer, or not a little bit. We'll bring it a bit further away from this path here, so we have that kind of gap. So that looks all right to me. It might be worth bringing another one just off of there. That looks weird, actually. Maybe just something like this. No, I'm struggling to come up with a path system that's going to work here. Let's do something that just comes through the middle and sort of curves about the place. That connects in a really ugly way. Oh boy, I will get this to work. One way or another, I am going to get this bloody thing to work. There we go. Yeah, that does fine. So what we'll do now is just put some trees in here, put some stuff in here, make it look pretty. Well, I might have slightly overdone it with the trees, but I think the train station looks lovely, so we're just going to deal with that. To be honest, I'm not too worried. We have quite a few people here, actually. Just a lot of people coming down to queue up for trains, so quite happy about that. Quite a few of them actually using the paths through the park, which is really nice to see. It is just a lot of fun seeing all these people coming down here, actually. There's a little train leaving. There's another train coming in. How many people are on that, actually? 3. Well, that's a little bit less than I would have expected, but it's fine. We have our little train station here. I realize we don't actually have a snow dump out this way, so we're going to want to get one of those before it's just started snowing, so I probably want to get one of these right away. And I'm actually going to chuck this out in the farmland, I think. Sort of just way out there, out of the way. So that it's not really going to, you know, be interrupting the flow of traffic or anything immediately. So that should be a nice little place to have it. Hopefully that won't have too many problems when it comes to, you know, getting into Stardew Valley. But it is definitely snowing. We may end up seeing some roads have some trouble. I know these ones won't. Any of the national roads will be fine, but the little roads actually in Stardew Valley will have some problems. Also, a lot of traffic opting to use this road here. It's it might actually be a good idea to turn that into a road with 2 lanes, although I can't actually do it because of the train lines, so that's not going to be a thing. But that's okay. That's completely fine by me. I guess all we really need to do at the moment is just get the demand for things up. A lot of people there. Hell of a lot of people there, actually. But it seems most of them can't actually get in the train. There's 70 people there. So, you know, this station actually seems to be getting some good use. Let me go and have a little look, though, and see how things are going over here. We have a train just pulling into the station. I want to see a couple of trains just pass this spot at the same time to make sure that it doesn't, you know, back up like crazy. But I really... Oh, no, those guys left about the same time, so that's okay. There's another train coming in. And we should have another train coming in. There it is. I think the spacing on these trains is actually pretty good, to be honest. I think we're doing a pretty good job of spacing. I know there's only a few trains per line. I think there's only like 3 on each of the lines, but I think that's okay. I mean, there's 97 people using trains. Yeah, there's 3 vehicles per line. Are we meeting the demand is the question. I mean, enable budget control might be worth doing. That's actually adding more trains to it. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. I mean, there's definitely not enough. There's definitely not enough passengers per trains for it to need that many. So we'll go up to 4 on the air. We'll go no. We're gonna go to 3. We're gonna stick with 3 in the airport line. Just because I really don't think we need more than that. I really don't think we need more than 3. I think that'll be completely fine. And I will say, I'm very glad that we're finally getting trains into all of this. Also, I absolutely love how all of this looks now that it's built up. I think pretty much all of the residential zoning here, most of it at least, is built up. We're getting there. We're absolutely getting there. This area is doing a really great job of filling out. I also need to just get rid of that zoning and just fix those little bits there, because that's very strange that it's gone that way. So some people were very quick to point out in the comments of the previous episode that there will actually be problems getting people to work in the farms if I don't set the schools out policy on the hills area, Stardew Hills. So what I'm actually going to do is I will split it in half. We're going to have Stardew Hills and I guess Stardew Flats. I don't know. I think this area is still technically on a hill, but we'll see. Either way, we're going to have that, and we're going to basically just set the schools out policy on the lower part of it here. So this area down here is going to have schools out, and the upper area is not going to have schools out. So this way, people will always prefer working on the farms as opposed to, you know, going and working in shops and getting highly educated and going to the big city. I'm going to go to the city, I'm going to get education, and I'm going to come back and change the town. That's what people aren't going to be saying if they live in Stardew Flats. At least I hope they won't be saying that, because we need people to work on the farms. So let's see. Let's just come in here and neaten up my district zoning. I don't know, man. Some people, as I've said before, some people really enjoy watching the precise district zoning. But yet, every single time I do it, I'm just sat there going, why? I don't know. I just really enjoy how it looks when it's all neat and stuff. It just looks great. It really does. Let's just get that done. So that's gonna be Stardew Flats. There we go. And the policies here are going to be schools out. And the policies up here are going to be education boost. What's this? Prioritize education. Sure. We'll do that. Those guys are going to prioritize education. These guys are going to be like, nope, we're going to work on the farm. So that's my thought there. Although the problem is, some of these guys are probably already... No, they're not actually. They're not educated. Some of them have university educations, which is less than ideal, but it'll be fine. It'll be okay. Can we get... Oh god, there's a fair bit of traffic coming in here now. That's not so good. How many people using this? 177. I'm all right with that. I'm quite okay with that. So, since we're still sort of in the realm of... I'm not saying I intentionally wanted to roll that R, but I did. Since we're still planning things, I kind of want to come down here and start planning out the rest of the city that's going to fill up this space in here. Because, I mean, while we can't build it up, we don't have the demand to build it up because commercial demand is still at rock bottom because this area still has plenty of spaces that need to be filled up, such as that one, and there's a few just here and there. And this area in general does just need more customers as well. My god, there's a lot of traffic there. Why is there so... Where's all that traffic coming from? That's my question. Is it just tourists? I don't think it is. I think there's just a lot of people that work here. Is this a legit, like, traffic? No, it's a... Oh god, it's a lot of traffic actually just heading over that way. We're heading down that way. What's the problem here? Have I got some old town policy in the wrong place? Because these guys... I don't know, that's really strange that they're all opting to go that way. Maybe something I should do is get back to what I was saying about the pedestrian paths before we get into planning out this area. I reckon it might be worth, you know, doing something like this, going up a little bit so we can go over the highway. That's actually a little bit steep and unnecessarily so. Can I need to do... Oh, there's a button to do this and I don't remember what it is. You can change the construction mode and I honestly don't remember what the button is. It was control and then left and right arrow keys is what I was looking for. Because I just wanted to make that a little bit less steep and a bit less, you know, high. Also, for some reason, it really doesn't want to let me do this, which is silly because it let me do it over that one. Can I just extend my... Why on earth can I not do that? That's very... Oh, hold on a minute. So let me do that. Weird. Whatever. We're just going to... we're basically just going to continue this whole thing into... Say... Oh, there is actually a pedestrian path there already. Okay, well, I guess what we could do is get rid of parts of that pedestrian path and then go from there to... There, is that... What height did I go? I think it was 6 meters, wasn't it? So if I do that and connect those, then I can do that and connect those. So there is now a connection... Oh god, frame rate drops there, that was strange. Serious frame rate drops in this area, what's going on? That's peculiar, is what that is. But that may actually help people get... Wow, I'm having some serious frame rate problems. This is very strange. Interesting. Very interesting. But there's people using it already, so that's a promising sight. Hopefully we'll see more people opting to use that, because that might cut down the traffic a fair bit if people can opt to walk to this area as opposed to having to drive. What I'd also like to do is a similar thing just over here with a bridge of some description. We'll go 6. Can I go across there? It is technically clipping, isn't it? Maybe we'll not do it there. Let's see. Where else could I do it? About here, actually. There is actually a... there's already a junction there, so let's go 1, 2, 3. We'll go to 6 meters. Can we go across? It's not going to let me, is it? Really doesn't want to let me. Can I go to 8 meters? I can. So go to 8. Can I drop it back down to 6? Yes, I can. So go to about there. Then I'm going to have to go... I'm going to have to go through these buildings, I guess, although I really don't know that I want to. It's also not going to let me go over that. Why on earth would it not let me go over that? That seems a bit silly to me. Also, can I lower my... Okay. Hold on a minute. I am absolutely forgetting every single button here, and it's not a good thing. Let's lower this down to ground level, about there. and then go alongside this little national road, and we'll bring a pedestrian path from... I need to get this kind of precise, though, because it needs to be, like, there. Is that... will that connect? That's the question. I actually don't know if that will actually connect. That's also a cycle path, which is not what I wanted. Let me just change that back into a regular pedestrian pathway. Do not... as much as I love the old psychopaths, it's really not what I'm looking for here, so... Oh yeah, people are using it! Oh, that's excellent. There's also a subway right there, so that is totally usable. Are people, anyone actually going to go out onto it so I can make sure that it's usable? Anyone at all? Come on, someone use my new path. There we go, that guy's keen. There he goes. Oh, there's people, there's someone cycling back this way as well. Nice, there's actually, oh god, there's quite a few people using that already. That's really good though, because that means that I'm effective, you know, these are people who are walking across as opposed to taking cars or as opposed to taking buses. So that's good. And again, I apologize for the frame rate problems. I will look into that. Not entirely sure what's causing it. I've had much more dense cities and not had these problems, so it's probably something that's an easy fix. I'm still using Fraps to record this. I haven't used Fraps to record anything in quite a while. I think I mentioned in the previous episode, didn't I, that I was having some problems with recording, so I had to switch to Fraps, and I mean, Fraps is good. I just never really have good experiences with it. I've never, I mean, it worked really well when I didn't know about things like OBS, and then I found out about things like OBS, and it's like, this is much better. Why don't I use this all the time? And then OBS stopped working, so I stopped using OBS. I don't know. I just have really bad luck when it comes to recording. I really do. Let's even get a nice smooth incline there to like 8 meters, and just go over this. That's a lot of traffic. I've just noticed that's a lot of traffic. Good lord. Can I lower this down to ground level? I absolutely can. But that is not connected is the problem. So maybe bring this out to there and bring that to... Oh, I don't want it to go at an angle though. Can you not go at an angle? Can you go straight on and then go down to ground level there? No is the answer. Okay, well we are going to move this entire path then. Or I could just angle it. But I'm going to move it because I want it to look pretty. It's important that it looks pretty. Wow, that's a lot of people using this new pathway over here. That's really... Okay, what the hell is this guy... What are you doing? He's just decided to screw everything and drive across my city. Oh my god. There's so many people using that. What about this one? Not as many, but... I have a... Oh god, that frame rate again. Good lord. It seems to be when I look at the city. So that's something I should probably not do. But this is super busy, which is really great to see. What about the new one I put up here? Is this one getting much use? Not really. There really doesn't seem to be much in the way of usage of this path, which is a bit unfortunate. It'd be nice to see some people using it, but I guess there is a bus stop right there, so maybe people will be inclined to take buses rather than this path, or maybe that path isn't properly connected. Yeah, that path isn't actually properly connected. That will be the problem. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there. Oh, that's still not connected. Maybe I need regular construction. Normal. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still not connected though. Can I have normal construction, please? I want ground level. To there, to there. That still looks like it's not connected though. That's still to me. Oh no, it is. It's just been a bit weird. That's peculiar, is what that is. But whatever the case, I think that's actually useful, to be honest, all those pedestrian paths. And considering we're having some frame rate issues, which I think will be absolutely solvable, I think I can sort of pinpoint what the problem might be, and I'm absolutely certain I can fix it. So rather than getting on with planning this area, what we'll do is at the beginning of the next episode, we will time-lapse the construction of all the roads in here and see how that turns out. I am super pleased to see this many people using these pedestrian paths. I would like to see more people using this one here, but that's fine. This one's just absolutely crazy. I think it's mostly people going to and from that subway, but that's fine. This one over here is actually getting a lot of use as well. Not as much, but again, that'll hopefully stop people from using the roads just as much. We'll see if that actually turns out to be a valid strategy as well, the whole idea of using pedestrian paths over roads. It may work, it may not, but again, whatever the case, that is going to be it for today. So, thank you kindly for watching. This has been City Skylines Snowfall. Once again, apologies for the frame rate issues. And I do just want to mention, and I will mention it now, that in the coming week or two, I will most likely be getting a wisdom tooth removed. So there will probably be a time when Cities videos are either going to be shorter or fewer and further between, because I'm going to be out of recording for at least a week around the time that happens. So I thought I'd let you know now. I'm actually going to put up a video just talking about that and a couple of other things in a day or two. But I figure, you know, a lot of people watch this and like to, you know, watch it for whatever reason. So I figure this is a good place to mention that as well. So again, thank you kind of for watching. This has been City Skylines Snowfall, and I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.